conservatives.
All right, we visited Rise and Roll Donuts. No, Rise and Roll Bakery in Delhi. They have all sorts of jams and jellies and peanut butter, and it's also a deli. I got their world famous cinnamon caramel apple donut. The size of that thing, it's heavy too. Messy and great. Here in Middlebury is very much populated with Amish, and so you can see a lot of them riding around in their horse and buggies. And then also at a lot of the establishments, they have these hitching posts where they can tie up their horses. So it's very horse friendly here. Yep, even in Middlebury. Not a very creative name for the shop though. Well, we finally made it to Entegra. Here we are at the customer lounge. Looks like we're going to be spending some time in here. Of course, we're going to explore town too and take a look at what the town has to offer, which isn't much. It's not very big. We did a quick drive-through of it, and it doesn't take very long to get from one side to the other. And so, you know, there's not a whole lot to see, and once you've been there, done that, and then you're pretty much back here in the customer lounge. So we're going to hang out in here for a while our coach is being worked on. Our list had about 20 items on it, maybe a little bit less than that, but it's going to take them a little while to get all those things done. And then once they're done, the coach is going to be in pretty good shape. Between Spartan and here, it's almost like having a brand new coach when you're done with it. Today, here in Entegra, they're going to take us on a tour. So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film on the tour. When we were in Spartan, they wouldn't let me film at all. I could only take a couple of snapshots. So we'll see if that's the same thing here. Hopefully I can do some filming, but I'm guessing probably not. I think they'll still be working when we're going through the tour, so it might be kind of noisy too. We'll see. See how these coaches are put together. out here in Amish country, if you don't want a car, which a lot of them don't, you can get something with 1 horsepower. There they are, for sale. What we've seen are a lot of these going down the road, and their horses are absolutely gorgeous, and they take really good care of their animals. I guess these are more for the warmer weather, where these are fully enclosed. This one here is a 2-seater. When you're retired, sunrises are not something you see every day. And so here at the factory, you have to be up at 6 a.m. out of your coach by 6:30, and now I get to see a sunrise. Our time here at Entegra is beginning to wind down. We've got most of our list of stuff fixed. There was about 30 items on that list, so it took them a little while to get through everything. Part of our time has been waiting for parts. Those have arrived now, so today and tomorrow should be our last day, hopefully, here. Morning comes really early here. They start work on your coach at 6:30, and so you have to be up, slides in, unplugged, and ready to go in the waiting room at 6:30. Good news is the waiting room is comfortable. A couple TVs, nice couches, nice place to hang out, coffee, hot chocolate, whatever you want in there. However, we've also been spending our time exploring Shipshewana, Middlebury, Goshen, a couple of small towns around here. So, not too much longer, we'll be back on the road again, and the coach almost new. All of these coaches that you see behind me are also waiting, and so that's about half the coaches, the ones that are right behind me. The other coaches are right up front. Of course, it's dark out because it's so early in the morning, so you can't really see it very good, but there is Quite a number of coaches here. I think they have 20 spots. So all 20 of these coaches are going to be taken inside and all worked on today. So they've got a pretty good sized crew here that works on all of these coaches. They work, like I said, starting at 6:30, but they quit at about 2:30. And so that's about when we get our coach back. It's day 10 here at Entegra. They had to order some parts, so we might have to spend another weekend here, which is a little longer than I had hoped to be here. But by the time we're done, the coach will be exactly as it should. So that's a good thing. And when you're here, I mean, you can only explore town so often, and you know, there's really not a lot to do between Shipshewana, Goshen, and Middlebury. You know, those aren't big towns, and so you know, you can only explore so much. When you go to Rise and Roll, fantastic pastries there. Yoder's meat market, the meat was okay. Cheeses were very good. Lots and lots of different flavors of cheese. So you like that. So you just got to make the best of it. I'm going to show you how Barb's making the best of this inside the customer lounge. Hang on a second. Let's walk in and take a look. Well, Barb, what are you doing?
I'm sewing.
You're doing what?
I'm quilting. Why?
Have you like taken over?
Yeah. I have. I'm getting more water right now.
Yep, she's taken over this whole section of the lounge so she can quilt.
That's what they get for making me stay here. Fix my coach and I'll leave.
While we're here at the factory, they do offer hookups, but only electrical. So you can see this white post over here, that's our electrical hookup. And so at least we can keep the 50 amp service running. And then right behind me over here is a little area for the dogs. So they have a little area where you can let the dogs loose and they can do their business in this little grassy area. So that's nice that they're pet friendly here. And then if you want water or a dump station, they have that about a block down the road. And you just pull through and you can do everything you need to do there and then bring it back here and hook up to electric. So it's not full hookups. Electric is the most important part. And then you can always fill and empty your tanks just straight down the road. So it's very convenient for all of that. Fall comes quickly here in Indiana. It's windy out there. It's about 65 degrees. And just last week, it was sunny and 85 degrees. So I was talking to some residents here and they say, yep, the season's changed quickly. In a couple of weeks, it'll probably start snowing. So it's really interesting to see how fast the weather can change up here in the Midwest. Good news is our coach should be ready here in a couple days, and we'll be heading south, so we won't be anywhere near the cold weather. I hope. Well, we finally got everything done that we needed to get done at Entegra factory. And so our 1 week appointment stretched into 2 weeks, but that's because I kept finding things that I wanted them to fix. Now the coach is fixed, everything's looking good, and I'm really happy with the outcome. So we're on our way down to Alabama. We spent the night here at Walmart campground, and we're going to spend the night tonight at another Walmart, and then the next day we'll be at our destination. So it's going to be 3 long days of driving, and that's all right. And then we'll be down in Alabama at family house where we're going to spend the rest of our time there for the rest of the month. So I'm going to go check the air pressure on the tires and make sure that's good, and then we're going to hit the road.